Don't try to control everything. Dear brothers and sisters, why don't we realize that our capacity to make everything go our way is very less? We don't realize that it's impossible to get a hold on every calculation, a permutation based on which we take a particular decision that whether it will impact us in a good way or not. We put so much burden on ourselves and get depressed when we try so much for something and we don't get it. I know it's not easy because we expect too much and we start living in an imaginary world where everything is going to be in a manner that is ideal. Why do we forget that this life is not meant to be ideal? We don't realize that it is a test. We will be put in situations where it will be tested how much we rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Like Allah says, and we will surely test you with something of fear and hunger and a loss of wealth and lives and fruits, but give good tidings to the patient. Now, how do we acquire this patience? Well, the answer is simple, but we need to work and change our perspective towards things in order to reap the full benefits of it. So fellow brothers and sisters, first of all, it's important for us to realize that we are short-sighted. We have shortcomings. We just cannot know the absolute probability of how something will impact us. But along this, we need to understand that Allah Azza wa Jal doesn't have these shortcomings. He is Khabir, He is Alim, He is Hakim, and He has the absolute knowledge of everything that exists. So, if you try to achieve or acquire something, regardless of which aspect of life it belongs to, do your best and leave rest on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And if the outcome is something that you weren't expecting, then be more grateful that Allah Azza wa Jal may have saved you from something that was harmful to you. If not in this world, maybe for your hereafter. I'll give a small example. Like you applied for a job and you were certain that after the interview you will get selected, and you were all excited about it, that how it will add to your resume, the exposure, the experience, the growth, and the financial stability you'll get. You'll be able to buy your dream car, you may travel the world, and etc. etc. But as soon as you wake up for the interview and you have to be there on time, otherwise they will hire someone else, and suddenly someone in your family, particularly your house, gets extremely sick or he needs immediate medical attention, and you are the only one there and you have to skip your interview to save that life. Okay, so you did save the life, but you missed the interview. And now the Satan will put waswasas into your head that I prayed so much for this job. I had so much faith on Allah. And on this day, when I was going for that interview, this had to happen. Couldn't it happen some other day? Why it is always me? Why it always happens to me? Maybe I'm not good enough, and etc. And all these thoughts will start recurring in your head, and you will get demotivated. You will get stressed, and in the worst case scenario, maybe depressed. But with this, if tomorrow you get to know that everything was smooth and you could leave for the interview, but as soon as you would have left, you'd meet a fatal accident. So, what will be your thought process after this? After this, you will definitely think that what was the point of all that stress and worry when my life got saved for not leaving my house that day? Or maybe if you have got the job and started a life, and just because of some person in your office, you would have lost your iman, or you would have indulged in something that would cause severe harm to your soul, that could eventually impact your hereafter. So again, there can be so many outcomes, so much so that we cannot even fully comprehend based on just this one example. Then what about all the spheres of our life? It's naturally not in our capability to control all the outcomes and think about anything prior to it happening. So, the best way is to be content and rely on the one who has actual control. And whatever happens in your life, your sound faith on him will make you change your approach towards things in a manner that nothing will be bothersome for you, as long as you know that you tried your best.